Hello. So today's collage of the week, I'm going to go to a hand cut one. I haven't looked at one of these in a while, and so I thought since I've got good lighting today, then it'd be an ideal time to do it. So oh, and by the way, to adorn this my table, my wife had got me for Christmas a um, House of the Dragon Fire and Blood mat. I haven't actually watched the show because I don't have Sky, which is the channel he ends up with on this country. But I'm more of a Game of Thrones fan. But I will check it out once I'm available to. But back to collage art. So this one actually was the main core of this came from this image here, which you don't see much of anymore. But it was from a home style magazine, and it was like an example, photographing an example of a nice modern bathroom. So what you had here was a mirror, and as you can see here, I've cut out what was in the mirror, and I put that to one side for one moment, and I was going to find somewhere else to do with that. Obviously, it's very difficult to cut an exact circle. What I would have to, I might look into, see if I can find, because I know you can buy some circle cutters. I'll be great if you can find some that are adjustable or different sizes. So, but if I wanted a perfect circle for something like this, then I would just do it digitally. So that doesn't matter. But this, I decided to put some cogs in here, and this is where the title came from, and the mechanics of it all. And as you can see here, I've got a lot of elements that I've had to stick. So all these elements back here I usually stick back. I used to sellotape them in place, but if the paper's not very thick, or the adhesive on the sellotape is particularly a bit much, then it will seep through here. And it has happened to some older pieces where when I look at them, I want to use them, I've got to make the choice of, do I live with the sellotape thing, or do I spend the time painstakingly airbrushing that out on Photoshop? I don't have to do it here because I've learned since then. But as you can see, where I didn't edit, because the image was only so wide, to compensate for that, to make it more artistic, I did a tear. And sometimes I like to do torn paper. I don't do it that often because it can be a mite unpredictable. It takes a bit more care to get it exactly how you want. It depends how exacting you want to be. And this is from a demonstration picture of a mobile phone. So that's where their splashing is. But I quite like that. It's quite almost, if it was moving, it'd be quite hypnotic. But there's the part of the surrealist aspect to it here, and you've got the older people looking wistfully up at things, maybe looking up at this woman as a soldier. This came from a theatre magazine. So, as I say, these are, look into that what you will. Looking back at it now, if I was doing this digitally, or if I'd have thought of it, and I still could put it in, could argue when things are truly finished, I could have put an eyeball in that lampshade, but I don't know if that's because it's a bit too predictable, really. But it is a kind of thing I usually do. That's why I'm wondering if it's too predictable. And here you've got from Encyclopedia magazine, these are bags of food aid. So that's why I put that there. The hand over there grasping it all, or possibly throwing the bubble here. Or retrieving the bubble away from where the mirror was. So that's one way of looking at all of that. In fact, there's a bit there where it has not been cut around that delicately, and it's bothering me. So I'm going to just take that out now. Gently. And there, that's that fixed. So let me know what you think of this. I shall do some more hand cut ones when I get time, because sometimes I find it easier just to quicker just to actually do something digitally, even if it's on Photoshop. I mean, it's way quicker doing a collage on something like free mix. That's why you see so many of my process videos being on that, and me hyping it so much. You can come up with some good, um, reasonable quality collages, some good collages on using that. But unfortunately, they won't turn out very big if you want them to be print quality. So anything much bigger than a postcard, and you're going to run into some quality issues. But it's they're still fantastic. But still, when I've got time, nothing beats sifting through the magazines and finding something and cutting it out by hand. What I used to do, I have a table now because it's it's a lot easier for me now. Because when I was younger and I lived in my first flat, what I had in the second bedroom is I had a futon that I'd actually laid out flat, so I was sitting comfortable, and all the source material was in a I can't say semicircle because it's a rectangle, but all sitting around there like that. And I didn't use one of these back then. It's only fairly recently I've used these. And I used to have a wooden board with the cover from the some of the hardback encyclopedias I had. I wasn't really able to use those for collages. I may have figured out how to do it now. Right, it'd be a lot quite difficult to cut out and then gently extract the image, the laminated image on top of the cardboard. But I would use that as my cutting pad. One of those as my cutting pad, and one of those as my gluing pad. And I'd sit cross-legged. At the age I am right now, I'm 48 now, and my legs are kind of prematurely hurting. So one of the things I miss most in life is being able to sit cross-legged for anything longer than 30 seconds, because I can't do that anymore. But I used to like to do that, just be surrounded by my source material in like a wall around me, and because I'd have enough that I'd have to actually step over. I could still step over it, but it wasn't that tall. And I'd have a box that I'd made that I could put in all my glues and my knives and so forth. And I would just happily sit there, and I could just reach forward and grab a book and that kind of thing. Because I think, well, I might need this kind of thing. Oh, it might be in this book. So now I have them all tidied away neatly in a box, in a couple of boxes. So it's a little harder to do that and getting time to do as well. So I have a family and everything. So anyway, so see what you think about that. Yes, let me know. Like, share, and subscribe as always. My link tree is in my description. You can find all my my merch and social links. And please spread the word about this channel. If you know other collage artists, and you like what I'm doing, let them know, and get them to subscribe, because it all helps me out. Um, even if you can't buy anything from the merch links, give me a subscription, some likes, and maybe share it. That all helps me out, because obviously once I get to a certain point, I can start getting paid from this, which would be very, very nice. Okay, so, and I shall see you soon. Thank you.